guys, this is a follow-up in the Explain series. This time we're looking at the differences between fibre wad and plastic wad in your favourite shotgun load. I've got two types of round here. Now obviously this is fibre wad and this is plastic wad. Now these cartridges are slightly different, which is annoying because this load's 32 gram, which is obviously the weight of the shot, and this load is 30 gram. So they're not 100% the same, but with testing we should still get a very good idea of the differences. Now you can see the way the waddings are set up is very different. With the fibre, it's just like a bung between the shot and the nitro, as well with the plastic wad, it's almost like a sort of cup between the nitro and the shot. Now obviously they both work the same in terms of the primer. You've got the sort of button there on the bottom of each one. Now, the way that works, just like with any centre-fire bullet, is inside there's almost like a sort of bridge just in front of this button, and when you hit it with the firing pin, that breaks, and that ignites what's known as Armstrong's mixture, which is like slightly explosive. It's very similar to what you get in a cap gun, and then that ignites the nitro, which doesn't explode, but it just burns very sort of fiercely, and that forces the wadding and the shot down the barrel. Now, you can see by the difference between them, just visually you can see that there's an advantage with the plastic, because the plastic wadding acts as a sort of cup, like this, and it holds the shot as it goes down the barrel, so the shot isn't actually touching the barrel. As where with a fibre wad, the shot is just banging down the barrel as it goes down and comes out at the end. Now, of course, what that means is that with the fibre wad, you're much more likely to get some of these pellets being deformed as it's hitting the steel of the barrel, as where with the plastic wad you won't, because it's protected. So when it actually comes out the end of the barrel, it's still here just full of shot, and then when it comes out it finally opens up almost like a flower, sending the shot at the target. Now, so you can see probably, and I'm sure the testing will show this, but the plastic wad should be better. It should give you a more even pattern. When I say even, I mean tighter, of course, but the spread of the shot should just be more even. As well with the fibre, you may find sort of in the spread of the shot, sort of bits that are sort of packed together and bits that are more spread out, and it being less sort of consistent. And obviously, you know, just like with anything in shooting, consistency is always the important thing to have. So you might ask, why does anyone use fibre wad? Well, the answer is, of course, if you're clay pigeon shooting, then they're going to have thousands and thousands of rounds being fired off across the countryside. And obviously, if they're using plastic wad, that's very antisocial, and it's because it's not biodegradable, it's plastic, it's just flying all over the place. And after a while, it'll build up. However, with the fibre wad, because it's biodegradable, there isn't an issue there, and you know, away you go. And for that reason, personally, I have to say that I tend to use excuse me, I tend to use fibre wad in the countryside, because you know it's not that nice to chuck plastic everywhere either. So there we are really. Now, in the second part of this video, we're going to test these. As I said, they're not 100% the same. This one is a 2 gram heavier load than this one, but you know, if anything, that might give this more of an advantage. So if this still comes out on top, then you know you'll see there's more of a dramatic difference. But we're going to fire them at some targets, and we're going to sort of check the spread of the pattern and have a look, and see what the differences are, and maybe end a few arguments that people have. I'm interested to know for myself, because I've never really tested this before. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the second part of this video. Let me know what you think. So as you can see, we've set up a target over there, and Tom's going to shoot it. First off, fibre wad. I'm using an improved modified choke at 20 yards. Far away, Thomas.
Ready?
Yeah. And now we have plastic wad. There you go, Thomas.
There you go. Ready?
Yeah. So yeah, you can see the two targets. There's a definite difference. If you look at the fibre wad on the left, you'll see it's a lot more spread out, it's a lot more uneven. Tom did shoot a little high on each of them actually, but you can see, I mean, it's surprising because it was a slightly heavier load on the fibre wad, so you'd have expected it to be denser, but there's a huge difference there. In terms of range, you're going to be shooting a lot further away with the plastic. Both of these were shot at, as I said, at 20 yards with an improved modified choke, which is fairly tight. Yeah, as I said, 20 yards is sort of quite close-up pigeon shooting distance. Ideally, you'd probably go more for 25 yards for the kill zone, but we thought that was a good balance to sort of show you, you know, what the patterns were like. So yeah, to be honest, I'll be very tempted to use plastic wad now. I know, Tom, you were saying at the Playground they're allowing plastic wadding now.
That's right, yeah.
But because it's something to do with where the animals might be, where the shot lands, so because there's none around, they're allowed to use them. And obviously if you're doing things like practical shotgun, plastic wad's good as well. And frankly, it's cheaper, so
yes.
I'm quite tempted by that, to be honest. If you're interested in the targets, by the way, those are my own homemade shoot and see targets. I will be covering that in an upcoming video, so keep your eyes open for that. So yeah, I hope you found this beneficial. Give me feedback by all means. If there's anything you think we've missed, like and subscribe.